A man charged with murder in a 1987 cold case is pleading not guilty. State police arrested Stephen Bouchard in Winslow on Friday. He is accused of murdering Alice Hawks nearly 40 years ago. They lived together in Westbrook at the time. Bouchard is being held without bail. The Hawks family released a statement through the Maine Attorney General's office. In part, they say, after many years of unanswered questions, this arrest brings renewed hope that justice for Alice will finally be achieved.
Investigators say weather and road conditions were not factors in a deadly crash that happened in Sanford. Police say Arthur and Catherine Karcher were on a main street on Sunday morning when their car drifted into the opposite lane and ended up hitting another car head-on. Police say the Karchers ended up dying at the hospital. Both of them were in their 80s. The other driver also taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Authorities are, of course, still investigating that crash.
A woman is facing theft charges after allegedly stealing an ambulance in Biddeford. Biddeford police say Northeast Ambulance reported the vehicle had been stolen from the hospital yesterday. We're told Northeast Ambulance was able to use the vehicle's tracking device to see that it was traveling through the town of Buxton. Police there stopped the ambulance and arrested the driver, Crystal Zahn. She was taken to the York County Jail.
Police in Lewiston say a man from Portland is facing charges after he intentionally tried to run over a bicyclist. This happened Sunday afternoon near Bartlett Street. Police say Gage Gagne and the bicyclist had gotten into a fight. They say Gagne then drove over the curb and hit the bicyclist. The victim was injured, is expected to be okay. Gagne, for his part, now charged with driving under the influence as well as reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon. And police say they're expecting to file more charges. Well, tenants at a senior living facility in Farmington have now been without water for the past 3 days.
Property managers at the Hazel Thompson and Ethel Walton homes say 2 water pumps broke down on Saturday. They're now working to get those fixed while providing water bottles and outdoor porta potties. But tenants say management has not provided them with enough water, creating health concerns for several people.
And there's other tenants in here that need that water more than I do. Okay. I need it because I'm a human being. They're human beings too, but they're also people who need it because of their medications and stuff. So they do need it. This is ridiculous. Having to go to a porta potty on the outside of the building is just completely ridiculous.
Property managers say they have contacted the water pump installer to investigate the failure and to get the water back on as soon as possible. People who live in Lewiston are voting on their school budget today.
Yeah, this comes as the city is trying to figure out how to tax residents after the first property reevaluation happened in almost 40 years. Our Katie Delaney live in Lewiston this morning to tell us how this all relates to the school budget vote. Good morning.
Good morning, Lee and Sharon. Voting on the school budget is a way for people to have a say when it comes to their property taxes. But this time around, Lewiston residents don't actually know how much the proposed school budget would change their tax rate. Lewiston Superintendent Jake Langlis says this is the first time he's gone into a vote without knowing the local tax impact. Langlis says the city is still figuring out its mill rate after the recent revaluation substantially increased many people's home values. Now the proposed school budget is set. It's about $130 million. The portion covered by taxpayers would be about $34 million, an 8% increase from the current school year. Langlis says while we don't know the exact tax rate change, this increase in local funding is not extreme.
Their tax adjustment, their shift, is based on, say, last year's as an example, is that minimal increase of the 8%, and at $2.5 million for a citywide referendum on a school budget is not a massive number. It's actually, from a revenue standpoint, lower than 4 of the last 5 years of what we've budgeted.
Langlis tells me the city is expected to finalize a mill rate soon. Now, as for the school budget vote, polls are opening in just less than half an hour and will be open until 8 o'clock tonight. Live in Lewiston, Katie Delaney, News Center, Maine.